All right, so Charleston White went in on Say Cheese or went out on Say Cheese or left Say Cheese or he not dealing with Say Cheese no more. He says Sean Cotton is a you know what, and everybody over there can suck his. Yes, the title of this video coming from Poetic Flacco is Charleston White will regret this.
Charleston White is beefing with Say Cheese TV. He said he's done with the platform. He's done doing interviews with Say Cheese. He called it Little League compared to other platforms that he's on. Now, he did a live stream to announce all of this, and on his live stream, he pretty much went out of his way to make Say Cheese look as bad as he can make it. Like I said, he called them Little League, but he also said that Say Cheese is trying to promote death among content creators, and Say Cheese calls death among other famous content creators like Mo3 and others. He also said that Say Cheese didn't learn his lesson from those incidents, and that Say Cheese is trying to instigate a beef with him and other Philly personalities.
See, what kills me about people like Charleston White is when you flip on somebody, you point out all the things that you do not agree with about them, things that were happening all the time. You was taking that money. 1 minute he's a character, 1 minute he's not. It's hard to accept a person like that. I don't know. Maybe you should put on a wig or a hat or something so we know when he's joking.
Somebody tag Say Cheese. I started, yeah, and then I'm sick of the channel ain't growing. Yeah, I probably flew out early yesterday, but man, Vigo be here. Well, what time? See how they do me? Like my time ain't valuable. You know I'm bigger than y'all, right? Say Cheese TV. You ain't bigger than me. The channel ain't bigger than me. I don't get my money on time. I got, man, I'll see you the money tomorrow. Tomorrow come, I'll send it at midnight. I need it now. They got everything negative about the title. That's why the numbers slowed down. Quit tell me.
Everything is negative about you. Not always. Because like I said, Charleston White, 1 minute he'll say something that's profound. And the next minute is, you know, yip yap.
Everything negative about Charleston. That's what's slowing your numbers down, Sean. And by the way, grow. Well, what you mean by grow? You need better titles. I'm gonna break this down. If you look at their titles, it look elementary. That's why the advertisers turn it green, yellow. Oh man, why would we turn that green? They got the old lowercase, they got the other capital. Come on, man, y'all doing poor work, Say Cheese TV.
He has a lot more to say about Say Cheese, but we're gonna stop it here and get back to Charleston White a little later. Oshinno has been on Say Cheese recently, going off on Charleston White, tearing Charleston White apart. Oshinno has done multiple interviews, more interviews than Charleston White over the last month. Oh, this is why he's upset. And then Oshinno confirmed that Charleston White actually called Say Cheese, yelling at him for allowing Oshinno to speak about him on the platform.
Let's jump right into this. Charleston White. Say Cheese called me this morning. I was up this morning cooking toast. You know, y'all see me cooking toast. I was cooking toast. You know, somebody named Lavelle made me mad, but that's another story. Charleston White. You see Say Cheese, you tell him you're not doing YouTube no more. You're not doing interviews no more. You can't believe he let Oshinno on his platform to talk about him and how he quit. He tired of this. Bro, you met your match. See, you say things that hurt people's feelings. You talk about people's children that passed on, how you did me, Gilly. You talk about Nipsey Hussle. You say things that's inflammatory to get a reaction. You can't get a reaction out of me because I'm a real man. When I see you, I know what you're doing. My daughter taught me it's called rage baiting. You want to rage bait me into being something that I'm not. I would never stoop down to the things you did. So when you see a real man like me, you can't believe you don't know what to do. You're flustered. But then you're going to talk about, Say Cheese said, oh, he talked to me for 2 hours snapping on me, said he don't mess with me no more, he's not doing no more interviews. He said he's not even being on YouTube no more. Guess he's going to be a stand-up comedian because, I mean, he's a clown. You know what I mean? So, you know clowns like they do. Clowns juggle. They juggle balls. Juggle balls. I mean, but my thing is this.
Oh, easy on the clowns.
I'm here to motivate you, even though you said things about my son, Gilly's son. Sometimes when I see a person that do those diabolical,
yeah, that's too far, and that's smart, and that shows growth. That shows you bigger than that. When you hear Charleston White is trying to get a rise out you, he trying to get a response.
Say Cheese messy as hell for contacting Oshinno and letting him know, hey, bruh, Charleston White was just telling me that he don't want you on the platform, and it really bothered him what you said about him, and he was screaming on my line for 2 hours. Why tell Oshinno that? Like, why give him the heads up? Like, why give him some leverage over Charleston White in this beef? Charleston White must have said something really disrespectful to Sean, like on that phone, for Sean to kind of hang up that phone and immediately call Oshinno and give him some leverage against Charleston White. This is the real reason. Charleston White is upset that Say Cheese is having Oshinno on the platform, because when Oshinno is on the platform, Oshinno kind of go in and tear down Charleston White,
Right.
deservingly so, because Charleston White started this beef with Oshinno 100%.
When he tried to when he said some terrible things about Oskinno's son that he lost.
I understand. I'm more handsome than Charleston White. I really did things that Charleston White's known for being a rat. He's no. When Charleston White got to wake up in the morning and get his eye out of the glass cup and put it in his face, right? If I woke up and I was Charleston White, I would jump out the first window. So I don't even take it personal with him saying nothing about me. When I see him get smacked up in a barbershop behind his girlfriend, I knew he was a chump. So I don't take. He like a little kid that's in the third floor window throwing rocks at your car, and you can't get in his house. So he's like, yeah, you did. So I don't take. People take what he take personal as a fool.
But anybody could get smacked in a barbershop, though. That can happen to anybody.
Not me. Not me. I mean, I got a burn. I keep a burner every day. You smack me, you gonna get clapped. Not only do I keep a burn, I keep a banger on me on my hip every day.
But Charleston
Got the OG knife. OGs know.
But Charleston got charged for shooting the guy who did it.
Well, he should have shot him that day. But that's the thing with me, Charleston White, Sean. I lose a fight in a minute. I mean, you're not smacking me and I'm hot behind no I lose the fight. You'll see me get beat up, right? So my thing is this, bro, you hide behind your lady. When that's you hide behind your lady, you are a bona fide coward. But I understand he's a little guy. So he just got a lot of mouth. He's a little guy. And me and Charleston White was in the cell together. I smack his eye out his head. Pop.
If Oshinno went on Say Cheese TV and just started saying these things about Charleston White, I could understand Charleston White feeling like he's Say Cheese's biggest draw, that Say Cheese should protect him more. But this was after Charleston White was on Say Cheese and Sean asked him about Meek Mill's liking a disrespectful post about Oshinno's dead son.
Oh,
Charleston
right.
White not only said he supported what Meek did, but he said
he was looking for it so he could like it too.
he himself was looking for the post disrespecting Oshinno's son so he could like it. The man is diabolical, man. And that's why I'm like, bruh, if you did all of that, why are you tripping that Oshinno now get the platform to talk about you?
Nothing's deeper than a beef. Nothing's deeper than a beef. So if me and you beefing, and me and your son were cool, and your son dead, and me and you beefing, I'm with Meek on this one. Your son.
Really?
Death don't mean nothing to me. It means something to you. That was your son. Wasn't mine. You.
And see, that's what I'm talking about. What is this character or is this Charleston White speaking? You can't just say whatever you want and then turn around and say, oh, that was just the character talking. How we know? Because you got on the nurse outfit, so the whole time you here, so you want to take the hat off when you're talking serious about saving the children and all this. What if the children want to grow up and be like you?
You feel not me, your boy.
But if you knew
I dissed dead people kid. I was looking for the post so I could like it. I was looking for the post so I could like it. Yeah, I was looking for that post like a motherfucker. I could like that post. Your dead son. You don't care about nobody dead family.
But this is somebody you knew when he was a kid.
Listen, I could know your mama, like knowing the streets. To kill you and still go to the funeral like they love you with your mama. That's street shit. Ain't they from the streets?
Like, come on, bro.
I hear his reasoning where he coming from but you can't just put that on anybody. That's insane. That's insane, particularly when you talk about a lost child. That's crazy, particularly if you consider yourself a person who advocates for children. That just sucks.
Like, son. So when Charleston White is doing his live stream yesterday where he's going off on Say Cheese and saying he's done with Say Cheese TV, Charleston White brings up the fact that Say Cheese is having people up there to speak about him as if he's not the draw, and he feels like Say Cheese don't value him because of that. He will also go on to say that Say Cheese is instigating a beef between him and Philly to get him killed.
You messy. You gotta be like Antoine Danielson.
I know you ain't call nobody messy.
Other people who you got a problem with Charleston, let's not do that here. That's why your numbers going down. Every comeback to dancer, block you. See how them dancers looking over there without me. And without me, Say Cheese TV numbers don't look so good. And I've been holding it back. And I think you setting up a beef for me and Philly, for somebody to die. I really think that. You got a history of it. You got a history of it, Sean. Mo 3, You ain't learned from Mo 3, Trap Boy Freddy, and Yellow Bees. You ain't learned. That's why your channel not growing. You're stagnant, your numbers. You was trying to do something extra. Now you just throwing out anything. Your audio up.
Don't say that. The audio ain't missed. He just saying whatever. This is what makes it difficult to deal with him. I'm sure ultimately this may affect his career. I mean, he jamming now. Maybe he just stick to stand up. But even that, it's a business. It's a circuit.
You gotta hear B Talk Sports. You gotta hear your audio up. You ain't got no new mic. You just stagnant. That ain't how businesses grow. I'm growing. I'm actually growing past your.
Charleston White has fell out with a lot of friends and a lot of people. I got no problem with Charleston White, but I think the truth is the truth. If you fall out with so many people, at some point we got to start wondering, is it them or is it you? Because you fell out with Danza.
That's always the case.
Yeah, he had his jokes, as y'all seen. But Charleston White's response is what really took this to a point of no return. Charleston White dissed this man, did son, super crazy.
I got a dead eye, you got a dead son. I'd much rather keep taking an eye out than have to drive down to the grave site and make sure the grass cut and dust off the thing with his name on it and put flowers there and tell him how much I miss him since he been gone, and got to hear his mama cry around Christmas time when his birthday come, and got to look at the picture and realize that boy died and he was young. You got some pain to deal with. They took this eye out, so I don't have to have no pain. Yeah.
Is this comedy? This supposed to be comedy? Y'all think this funny?
This eye is dead. Don't feel nothing. Some tears come out sometime, but tears come out your eyes all the time because of that boy. Now, you were mad at Meek Mill because Meek Mill's liked the picture. I told you I was looking for the picture to like. I couldn't find the picture of the dead mother. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm just going to talk about the dead mother. You want to get mad at Meek Mill for talking about your dead ass son that died in a car wreck, and you got a speech impediment with a stuttering problem. You can't say, I love you. You say, I love you, son. You can't just fluently say, I love you with that stuttering problem you got.
Damn.
Then you can't rap no more. You mad at Jay-Z. All you got is a Say Cheese TV interview. If Say Cheese TV don't interview you, what you gonna do?
So when you trying to get him kicked out of Say Cheese?
If Say Cheese TV don't interview you, Oshinno, what you gonna do? They got you in the next Diddy doc.
Charleston White revealed what his plan was going to be for Oshinno. If you don't have the Say Cheese platform, what you going to do? He recognized Say Cheese is Oshinno's biggest platform
right now.
And if he can convince Say Cheese not to interview Oshinno, right, by force or coercion, then Oshinno can't really hurt him. But right now, if Oshinno is on Say Cheese platform, where a lot of Charleston White fans are, because Charleston White do routine interviews on Say Cheese.
But so does Oshinno now, and at least Oshinno is going to come to work and not hate you and cut you out one day and all that other stuff. If I had to choose, I'm going with Oshinno, although Charleston is a big draw.
Oshinno has the ears of Charleston White's fan base, and now he can go ahead.
Plus, Charleston will turn around and leave you anyway.
Disseminate information and attack Charleston White from within. Charleston White sees that and says, nah, hold on, nah. But the mistake that Charleston White made is he went too far, too soon. If you go that far too soon, dissing the man did something before he really did anything to you, then Say Cheese will look flawed if he says, Oshinno, nah, bro, I can't rock with you, man, because you said this. But Charleston White dissed my dead son, what you mean?
Let Oshinno go in here and say these things about me. That boy talked about my son that passed on. Said how he wasn't handsome. Said how he just doesn't look good. Then he put up a son, a freeway son, by mistake that passed on. Rest in peace to our sons.
Yeah, that must be crazy for him to even repeat.
But he's so diabolical. God said, you know what? I must make on his butt for that, because that's not right, Charleston White.
Say Cheese responded back to a fan who asked him about this particular issue. So the fan says, why Charleston White be acting like if it wasn't for you, all that Asian-ish he keep clinging on to wouldn't even have happened. I don't like that. And that
what Asian stuff? That's what I was concerned with. What Asian stuff he keep clinging on to? Let me know in the comments.
Decline if we keep it in a buck. Sean responded back and he says, he's 50, bro. Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. He doesn't have a clue. LOL. John Cotton of Say Cheese, aka Say Cheese. It looks like he's not conceding this, bro. It looks like he's not right.
And he shouldn't
stop interviewing Oshinno. He's not giving up anything in regards to Charleston White at this point. Because I feel like right now, like Sean understands, man. Listen, man. But Charleston White is wishy-washy. One day he rocks with you, one day he doesn't.
Exactly.
If you just stop doing like interviews.
Exactly. You can't count on a Charleston White. Okay, so he pressure you, makes you get rid of Oshinno today, and then tomorrow what you gonna do? He gonna want you to get rid of who else you be having? Gene Deal or one of them. I don't want Gene Deal on here no more. Or I don't want 800 Breezy or all them other people he don't have on there. You can't let him control your place and then be able to walk in and out when he wants to. Come on, man. Who do you think he is? That's crazy. Let me know what you think in the comments.